For more than 15 years, Google has been setting the rules of the search game. So we know the SEO playbook inside out. We create quality content. We make sure to be mentioned by as many sites as possible through backlinks. We optimize our site technically, and then using a whole range of well-known SEO methods, little by little, we start to rank and we manage to get traffic from keywords whose search volumes we more or less know. Well, that game is changing today. Why? Notably because of the arrival of AIs like ChatGPT, Perplexity or Claude, which are becoming real search engines, maybe even more powerful than Google in terms of the quality of their answers. So since this game is changing, we need to adapt. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find out if you're already getting traffic from ChatGPT, and more importantly, how to know what AIs are saying about you. My name is Antoine. I'm the co-founder of Zeroclick app. And for the past 4 years, I've been building SaaS companies with organic channels as the main focus, especially SEO. And I'm realizing myself that nowadays I search less and less on Google. Instead, I go directly to Perplexity, ChatGPT, and so on to ask my questions. So I ask myself a real question. If I've changed my own habits, have our clients done the same? And I realized that we were starting to get traffic from ChatGPT, that our clients were beginning to ask ChatGPT, and that in the end, SEO alone is no longer enough. Of course, you can be extremely good at SEO, and that will still be a prerequisite to rank, so to speak, within AIs. But today, the game is changing. So what can we actually track? Well, the first thing to do is very simple. We go into good old Google Analytics and filter our acquisition traffic by session, source, and medium to see if we have any queries coming from ChatGPT. You can do the same thing for Perplexity and Claude. So all we need to do here is create a filter by selecting a dimension, and for these dimensions we'll look directly for session, source, medium, contains ChatGPT. Add new condition, apply. Here we can see that we're actually starting to get traffic coming from ChatGPT directly to the site. We can repeat the process directly with Perplexity or others, and this will give us a real indicator of how ready our audience is to start searching with AIs. And with all the efforts we put in place, well, these are stats that should increase. Of course, this method only gives us an overview of what currently exists. The goal is to know at any given moment how AIs mention you, what preconceptions the AI has about your brand, what your advantages are compared to your competitors, and so on. And that's the reason why we created Zeroclick app. Zeroclick app is very simple. We can actually generate reports on how AIs interact with your content. If we take the example here, for instance, of Dyson. So Dyson, which is obviously well known in its field. Well, here we have all the advantages mentioned by the AIs, but also all the drawbacks that are mentioned in comparison to competitors. Everything is always sourced, since we entered a prompt that gives us a response, and therefore a source as well. So here, for example, this is directly Dyson's landing page with, as you can see, the deals, cordless vacuum deals. We can also analyze the competition to see how we can position ourselves compared to other brands, and most importantly, always have the sources so that if we wish, we can modify those pages, allowing the AI to rely on slightly different information and thus steer its narrative and the way it mentions our brand. Zeroclick app is therefore a solution that we are actively developing so that ultimately you can track how your mentions have evolved over time on platforms like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and others. And we're going to build all of this publicly on this YouTube channel. That's why I invite you to check out the video appearing here with William, who presents our version 0. And we'll see each other again very soon for more updates on ChatGPT search, how to get mentioned in AIs, as well as SEO tips and more. Have a great day.